Trader Cobb here. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at TraderCobb. Jump on Facebook and give me a subscribe on YouTube. Jump on TraderCobb.com. Join up to the bi-weekly video newsletter and you get more access to content. Guys, hope you're all well. What am I looking at right now? Well, I'm looking at the big dog Bitcoin. Why am I looking at the big dog Bitcoin and what am I doing is the question. And here is the answer. As we set this new higher high, we saw this high. Sorry, we saw this point here, a higher low. Then we broke up to a higher high. The next level of resistance was going to always be 10,000, and at that point, Bitcoin didn't really hold back. It sort of just charged on through and pushed on to what I considered to be the next level of resistance, which was around that 11.7 mark. Now we've hit 11.7 on the nose and we've pulled back. Why did we pull back, and was there any signs of it pulling back? Well, as a matter of fact, yes, there was. Aside from the fact that there was strong resistance and naturally an area for price to pull back from, especially after having a solid multiple week run, there was also divergence. So if we have a look here, you'll note that on the way up we pulled back into that cradle, that crypto cradle zone, then we moved, ran up into resistance, and look at this. Now I'm just going to show you a little bit here because I can't, going through and describing everything about convergence and divergence will take a lot of time. But you can see as price made a new higher high here, look, from this high to this high, the MACD was higher as well. Then from this most recent high to the next higher high, the MACD was lower. Now that just means that the price and the indicators are not in agreement. And what this is called divergence. So basically, it's a sign that we may actually be starting to see a little bit of momentum leaving the market. Now it doesn't mean that we're going to see it collapse. It doesn't mean we're going to see the market fall apart. It just means that there's a little bit of reason not to be looking for long trades, especially coupled with the fact that we hit resistance. So what are we doing now? Well, from that point, I said we may fall back down to 10,000. And 10,000 is still very much on the cards. There's no doubt about it. The thing that may stop that, though, is where it's paused. Notice how we've got the 10-period moving average above the 20-period moving average. The cradle zone is now set in place because the moving averages are in the right order. We have a higher low, we have a higher high, and this could be pulling back to create the new higher low before we then push on to new highs. Now, if we do this, what am I looking for? If we could still test 10,000, don't get me wrong, but if we don't, then I'd likely see price run up, and if we break through 11.7, probably move to 12.7. Right now we're still in and around a number of minor and major support and resistance levels. We've got 10,000, we've got 11.7, we've got 12.7. After 12.7, we have a lot of blue sky. A lot of blue sky. The thing that is keeping me relatively cautious on Bitcoin and therefore the rest of the market at the moment, I'm looking for good trades across the top 100, is simply because the market is following Bitcoin as it quite frequently does. And what we're seeing here is this, there's not that much room up to 11.7 from where we are. I mean, there's $1,000 or $1,200. That's pretty good for intraday stuff, no problem whatsoever. But when we get through 11.7, we've got $1,000 up to 12.7. So we are kind of in and around, and although I'm not saying that there's not going to be good trading opportunities, I'm just saying that the range that we are in is far smaller than if we were to get above 12.7 and have plenty of room and momentum. So Bitcoin, although it's pulled back in, I'll look at the other time frames as well, there's no trades for me just yet. I'm maintaining my level of cautiousness. Even if I get something on this 12-hour, keep in mind that when I trade, I'm looking for at least 1-to-1 before resistance. So if I could get that running up into 11.7, I may look to take that. Probably more likely that I'll find a good opportunity on some of these alts crossed with $1 though. But it is definitely holding at the moment. We did not test 10,000. If we don't come back to 10,000, that's a much more bullish sign. So the levels are 10,000, 11.7, 12.7, then freedom. Guys, I hope you have a fantastic trading day. Don't forget to visit TraderCobb.com, and I'll speak to you all again very, very soon. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now.